Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. This is Drive Safe Dave, along with the expert of safety, the guru of knowing what not to do out there on the road. Buckle up, Bob. How you doing this morning, Bob?
I'm good. I do not have healing powers as Sir Rick does, so I cannot forgive you of anything, Drive Safe Dave, today.
You know, we've talked about it. We've mentioned it. We've all discussed the supply chain issues, but, you know, it's a real deal that we deal with every single day. The grocery stores not having everything on the shelves that we're used to. Not in our lifetime. I don't think I've ever seen it like this in our lifetime.
No.
Where we've had, look at this. I mean, with scarce shelves. And this is a very real deal. Now, it's sporadic, and it doesn't happen all the time. And you may get, those shelves may fill up tomorrow, and then they go away. But, you know, these are some real issues going on. They're saying that every now and then you can guarantee 2 to 3% out of stock. They're up to 15% out of stock in some items across the country. And they're also saying not only are the shelves more bare, the prices are higher.
Yes, you know, that's a great point. We were just this last weekend, we went grocery shopping, and we have a brand new full thing of toilet paper, right? And I looked at her, I said, you know, with this shortage, this could all be gone tomorrow. I said, maybe we should pick up one more, not hoard them, but let's just grab one more, and then we're covered for a couple months. And so you're right. You start thinking about these things when you see shelves out and some of the necessities you got to have. It is amazing, especially you go down the bread aisle, and there was hardly anything one day we went in there. You couldn't find any bread.
I know, isn't that? It's bread. Bread's delivered every single day fresh.
Yeah.
So it's pretty scary to think you go into the bread store and they don't have any bread. And I saw that and I was reading the article, it said 7 to 9% higher across the board. Some items much higher, like eggs and milk, and meat up 11%. And I'm talking, that's a pretty big deal. They're saying the average family is spending about, an extra $50, $40 a week more than they did 2 years ago.
Well, I believe it.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of that, whenever I read the article through, that was on groceries per week. And I think it's the reasoning that they gave in that article was that people just aren't eating out as much anymore, too, with all the shutdowns and lack of service. I mean, we've all been out to eat and waited an hour just to get served. It is what it is right now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and there's more to it. And in the article that I was watching, it was just talking about how the shortage is prevalent and it goes up and down along with the pandemic. We will run a video on a anti-rollover device that is going to be that is coming out. It's awesome technology. By design, it's set there to save lives. I mean, what if your seatbelt malfunctions, right? I mean, or your airbag malfunctions.
So it only measures from the side to side, not the front to back?
Yeah, it's based upon the design. Rarely will it roll over this way.
Well, no, but I mean wind coming from that way if they don't have the air dams and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got actually onboard computer inside the module. So if the trailer is going, like if it's already gone, I mean, once it reaches a certain point, a trailer's not coming back, right? If once it gets to a certain point, it's not coming back. It's going over. And mostly what happens when that happens, that tractor's pulled over at the last minute. And, you know, that's what interesting is that 75% of the cost of a rollover is in the tractor.
Yes.
Right? So it's not in the trailer. It's in the tractor because you're going to get a total damage of the tractor. Now, I'm not talking about product inside, and but I am talking about the equipment itself. Right. And you know what? We can replace a trailer. We can't replace a driver.
That's true. And the key is to protect life. The trailer doesn't have any life in it.
Yeah, and who cares?
Sir Rick said you're hauling illegal.
Yeah, I don't. and it doesn't matter. I'm just saying it's not by design, by technology. What an interesting.
What a great.
Yeah, I think they're working on it. There's like a bunch of them have been ordered. They're going to see how well they do. I think in certain areas, if you're running Wyoming, I think this is a great.
Yes.
I think it's
Wyoming, yes.
I think it's a nice technology. And you know what? New Jersey has a really cool new program that they're going to implement. Do you remember the start date? I didn't write down the start date.
So it's actually being rolled out starting 2 days ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so New Jersey, their DOT has announced that the implementation of a traffic alert system designed to keep commercial vehicle drivers aware of upcoming traffic slowdowns and crashes is going to start being rolled out on January 11th, so a couple days ago.
Yeah, well, interesting stuff. I mean, we're going to find out how this works because I sure would like us to talk a little bit more about it. I just read the article and I found it very fascinating. So, Bob, here it is. You're driving in New Jersey, and on your ELD device or on whatever your communication device, it comes across when it reads out you're close by, traffic danger ahead. Slow down.
Slow down.
I mean, how much awesome is that? Knowing, and it's designed specifically for truckers.
Here again, I didn't get a chance to look at him, but again, great job by this driver backing off. This almost looks like a carbon copy of one about a week or two ago.
Yeah,
I kind of remember we were backing off and two trucks were tailgating in that left lane, right?
Yeah, that's not a good thing here.
No.
Right? They're tailgating. They're not making it easy. He can't even see. He's going to try to. Well, it looks like he peeks out here for a minute to see if he can go around to the right, and then says, "No, there's a truck there."
And this is where Sir Rick was talking about.
See, look,
We as a company need to take this and just share it with the PAM people. To say, hey, this driver is being aggressive
within 6 to 10 feet of the vehicle behind him. I mean, there's no way he's stopping.
No, and last year we had a DOT reportable where we stopped, and I believe she was airlifted, but a PAM driver rear-ended. It was a 3-truck pileup that hit us after we stopped for a disabled vehicle, I think it was, or traffic. And so it's just, tailgating just has to go away. You have to make that decision that you've got to know that if I can't see the ground in front of me, and that's even still too close, but when you can't even see the ground in front of you, start counting. You got to back that off to 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, you got to back off.
Be patient. Here again, the four-wheelers, man, they just don't respect. Look at that. Oh, oh, oh. And then we're going to pass. That vehicle is going to pass. Great job. You got to back it out of there, right? Again, I'd like to see even more braking there. The video is great, but right here, we got to be hitting the brakes a little bit because if that tangles up right there, we're still a little close.
Yeah, this just
give yourself as much
space.
It's
just crazy on crazy, and not respecting anybody else on the road. That's what you got.
Yeah. Again, here your traffic looks like pretty good job here, but here this four-wheeler is going to come over. And this is what I love about this. Look at the space immediately. Brake lights come on. We're not gaining. This driver's not gaining.
Nope.
Outstanding drive. Great defensiveness there. Kudos. I mean, this is what we talk about, folks. Every driver on this show, this is what your driving habits have to get to. You got to strive. You're going to make mistakes. It's not that you can't make a mistake, but you got to learn from it, and you got to see these videos and realize that, man, that was safe. There was very little chance this driver in this truck is going to take anybody's life or be involved in an accident.
Yeah, I really like this video. You're in the middle lane. You're not on a merge lane. It looks like a lot of traffic over there on the right, a lot of stuff going on, so you chose a great lane to be in and continued to provide spacing no matter what, however, whenever. Nothing, no jerking around, just basically created genuine space right here. Even though they're slowing down, you're creating more space. Good job.
Yeah, sharing the highway. Great job. Here it looks like maybe a last-minute decision. Again,
last-minute decision, yeah.
Make sure.
Okay, right here is when you have to realize. Do you see that big truck coming in on the left?
Right here, you just got to take it. Stay on this exit and find a different place to turn around.
Yeah. This right here, leaving the roadway. This is hard on equipment. This is dangerous. You can create, if that dirt is soft, and look at that big truck there coming down the lane. You're right here. This right here is a dangerous for many, many reasons. Number one, you weren't prepared to exit. I don't think maybe, you know what I think really happened here? We weren't paying attention to what was going on and the sign of where we were headed. and then at the last minute we couldn't tell. We thought, wait, and then realized that's not the way we wanted to go. And then, oh my goodness, I definitely don't want to go north or whatever that is, and then decide to go right here. Just such bad decision after bad decision.
And you know what's really alarming here, and this is what we want. Again, we're not blaming anybody. What we want is you to take this information. But when we see people run red lights, we've heard drivers come on the show and say, well, there's this point of no return. Yet here you're on a ramp and you don't have a point of no return. Once you're on that ramp, that's your point of no return. You got to go, keep going. You cannot make any other decision at this point other than to stay on the ramp and find, it may take you 5 or 10 miles out of your way, but you got to do that from a safety standpoint. Why do we have no point? We have points of no return at an intersection, which is dangerous, but here there is no point of no return.
Yeah, you're pushing the machine to where it's not. This is not an off-road machine, by the way, that you're in. And you know what? There's so much going on here. I wish you would take a look at this video, whoever this is, watch it themselves and understand, and be honest with yourself of what you've got going on here. And before this video, at the very beginning of the video, I think the driver at the last minute decides to exit from the center lane, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have gone up and turned around. If you had done that, you wouldn't be doing this.
Correct.
Right? And I'm just saying, you've got to be honest with yourself.
And you don't know how that terrain is, right? That could have thrown them into, you've seen all the rough terrain. Yeah. That could have thrown them into that truck.
Here's another, here's somebody passing last minute, not wanting to slow down.
Construction zone.
Yep.
Man.
Got Jersey walls on the right. This is, so you got this lane over here. It's exit only.
There you see him in the mirror.
Yep, coming up. Definitely not going to be respectful there either. So, not very respectful here.
See what we got here, slowing down.
Like the concrete.
Love it. We love it when we can see that concrete, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, you're almost stopped here. Oh, wait. Oof.
Patience.
Okay, you see the ladder sticking out the back?
Yeah, wood or something sticking out the back with the red flag.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Why are
Just stay right here. You can obviously get the big picture and see you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. Just stay back here.
And then why inch forward here?
Now, my guess is because I've done it. Again, be patient and don't think or assume. I assume they stop. Now that I see other cars moving, so they're going to start to move. So I start to roll forward, and then this guy doesn't move yet. He's being patient.